Living your greatest life is intentional and starts with being in sync with who you are and what you desire. Some find it easier than others. Purposeful thoughts and actions become habits with practice. One of the most important tasks in intentional living is identifying people who don't serve your best interests and minimizing or eliminating your interaction with them. Getting rid of people doesn't mean they are awful, just that they are bad for you. So, you will need to identify them and remove them quickly if you have the plans of moving forward in life. Hi there, welcome back to Expert TV, your #1 expert advisor. In today's knowledge sharing video, we will be revealing the 10 types of people you should completely avoid if you want to move forward in life. Before we get started, if you are new here, kindly subscribe to our channel and don't forget to recommend this video to your friends and colleagues. First on our list of 10 people you need to completely avoid if you want to move forward in life are people who manipulate you and make you feel guilty about your friendship with them. You probably have a lot of people in your life only because you feel you need to and not necessarily because you want to. While this is usually common when dealing with family members and romantic relationships, it is also common amongst people who feel the need to make friends. These kinds of people will make you believe you owe them, sometimes because of a favor they did for you or perhaps because of the time you have been together. However true this may be, it is not a valid reason to stay where you don't want to, and no one has the right to make you feel this way, not even your family members. Under normal circumstances, these kinds of people would not want you in their lives, and they would only do so not because they love you, but because of the control they can have over you. If you have big dreams in your life and want to move forward, you should learn to avoid these kinds of people as they will only slow you down. Number 2 is people who constantly complain about their problems. When you add a victim mentality to this, you have one hot mess on your hands. Of course, we all grumble about something now and then, but some folks seem incapable of doing anything else but complaining. In most cases, these individuals are not interested in finding solutions to their problems. Rather, all they care about is complaining about them. Either they take pleasure in the attention they receive, or they simply take pleasure in hearing themselves talk. You will do well to avoid these kinds of people completely if you want to move forward in life. Number 3. People who give chronic negative opinions. Unsolicited counsel has the potential to be stressful, particularly if the individual offering it only has negative things to say about the situation. When we have someone in our lives who is always disputing everything that happens to us and who strives to find the negative in everything, we put ourselves in a position where we are continually exposed to a degree of stress that is not required. It is not that these people want to assist you to see another point of view of what you do or a means to help you not make a mistake. Rather, they simply want to have a different opinion from the rest of the people and make themselves look like they are the greatest at what they do. The trouble with having these kinds of individuals in your life is that they will never believe in you or your potential, and as a result, you will constantly have the feeling that you are not doing the right thing and you won't have any support. Fourth on our list is people who aren't committed to your success. People who aren't supportive of you, who don't encourage you to be the greatest version of yourself, and who aren't committed to your success, aren't looking out for your best interest, and they aren't going to contribute any value to your life, whether they are in your personal or professional life. There may be moments when people openly wish for your failure, and there will be other occasions when they will take a more covert approach. Regardless of the circumstances, if you discover that this individual is part of your inner circle, you should remove them as soon as possible. Put yourself in an environment with people who are invested in you becoming the best person you can be and living the greatest life you can, and then put yourself in a position to be that person for other people. 5. People who are superficial. Sometimes it's difficult to recognize these types of personalities because they might be pleasant and enjoyable to be around, yet they have little to no substance. They would rather engage in shallow discussion than have meaningful dialogue, and they won't let you inside their world. Everyone is at a very cordial arm's length from one another. There is no possible way to build meaningful relationships with these people or even get to know them on a deeper level. There is a good chance that you will end up sharing a great deal more of who you are with them than they will ever share of themselves with you in return. Next on our list of people to avoid if you want to move forward in life is the calculator. This is usually common amongst friends. This friend is constantly keeping score, and if the numbers don't add up between the two of you, they will dislike you for it. This is the person who, in their heart of hearts, is terrified of being taken advantage of, and as a result, they have devised coping strategies to ensure that nobody receives more than what they provide. The problem with having this kind of body as a companion is that the acts of generosity they exhibit do not originate from an authentic place. Because dealing with calculative energy produces a dynamic in which you feel like you continually need to keep score. You may find that you end up modifying your level of generosity as a result of the situation. Number 7 is the play the victim mentality people. When a person has a victim mentality, they believe that everyone is always doing them wrong or hurting them, that there is always someone or something to blame, and that they are always being victimized by a predicament. The difficulty with having those kinds of people in our lives is that they will never accept responsibility for the actions, which means that whatever you are doing will always be in the wrong, regardless of how good your intentions are. You try to do as little as possible so that he doesn't get offended or blame you for something, and he still finds a way to say that you are leaving him. This is one of the types of people that is the most frustrating because you try to do as little as possible so that he doesn't get offended or blame you for something. Number 8. People who invalidate your feelings and ways of thinking. This type of person is capable of making you feel irrational and unimportant. People like this usually use the process of invalidating your feelings as a means to manipulate you. They will always make you feel small, weak, or unable to manage your life because they will always make you feel your opinions are not as big as your problems. However, not everyone will be able to cope with the suffering and issues in the same manner. And it is important to remember that no matter how others have dealt with these things, your sentiments are acceptable. 9. People who are extremely insecure. If you are with someone who is incredibly insecure, no matter how perfect you attempt to be for them, you will never be enough for them. It doesn't matter how hard you try, people who are insecure will always blame the negative scenarios they face in life on their insecurities. Sometimes, this will make you feel like you are the bad person between the two of you. This is normal for insecure people and you don't need to worry about it as it has nothing to do with you. You will never be good enough for them, no matter how good you are. And if you try to change your essence and personality for someone who has problems on the inside, you will fail. You have no choice but to avoid being around those individuals because it is not about what you do, but rather how they choose to communicate their emotions. Number 10. People who aren't open. Instead of keeping their feelings about you to themselves and becoming more enraged as time passes, those who genuinely care about you and your friendship will talk things out with you. They won't gossip about you behind your back, but instead will discuss whatever is upsetting them directly with you in front of your face. Their dedication to transparent and truthful communication is a direct indication of their dedication to you as a person. So, if you happen to find yourself around people who aren't open, it is best to cut off from such unions as they will only hold you back and stop you from advancing in life. We have come to the end of today's video. If you love this content and would like to see more video content like this, hit the subscribe button and tap on the notification bell. If you have any topic you would like us to discuss in our next video, leave a comment in the comment section and we will be sure to talk about it next.